Hello, I'm a business teacher and economics teacher, and my name is Olu. And what I'm going to do right now is show you how you can score really high marks in business GCSE. Stick around, you might like what I have for you. So, all I'm going to do right now is share my screen. I'm going to go straight into it. So, the assumption here, well, not necessarily an assumption, but I'm going to go from AQA specification. If you're Edexcel, if you're OCR, that's not a problem at all. It's going to be slightly different, but we're still talking about business concepts, and that's the idea. Okay, so in terms of AQA, this is the first section. So we're going to go through this, and I'm just going to see what you can remember in the first section. Now this picture is going down slowly. You probably can guess who she is. I'm sure my students will know who she is. Okay, who is this? As you probably can guess, it is Deborah Meaden. And you'd be thinking, well, why is he showing us Deborah Meaden? Deborah Meaden is a very successful entrepreneur, ex-entrepreneur. Well, not ex-entrepreneur. She's not on Dragon's Den anymore. So she's not an entrepreneur on Dragon's Den, but she used to be on Dragon's Den. Now, why am I showing you Deborah Meaden? Because we actually talked about the characteristics that an entrepreneur is likely to have. And what I'm trying to bring out here is that if you ask any of the pupils, they will know so many characteristics. The idea is that you can use some of these key terms like resilience, determination, persistence. You can use that to help you in your essays. Now, if this question is a 2-marker or no multiple choice, that's different. But if it's a question like, should Emma join a partnership with her 4 friends, or should she go alone? Should she be a sole trader? One of the arguments could be, one of the things you could use in terms of key terms, if Emma can show the persistence and the resilience, then maybe being a sole trader could be more beneficial for her, because that's the idea. That's what I'm trying to bring about in doing these videos, trying to get you to add value to what you're saying. Okay. One of the things we've done, apart from characteristics of entrepreneur, is a difference between a need and a want. And I'm sure you know the difference. Question, very easy question. Is this a need or a want? Hopefully, you would know this is obviously going to be a want. Going to Disney World is going to be a want, not a need. Okay. Now, the question I want to ask you is, what is the relevance of needs and wants to a business? One of the main advantages, if you concentrate on wants, especially if the economic environment is very, very good, you can earn a lot more profits as a business. You can raise your prices. Look at this Ferrari. If somebody wants this, it's in their head that they want it, and they're prepared to pay a really high price for it. So businesses can prosper a lot when they focus on wants, especially if the economy is doing really well. But what you need to bear in mind, it also could be a big disadvantage if there's an economic change, such as increase in interest rates, because that will put the cost up, cost of borrowing, your credit cards, your mortgages, and as a result, people are going to have less money, and they're going to be concentrating more on needs, not wants. So that's a very important thing to know in business, how to apply needs and wants in a business. Another important concept is opportunity cost. A business needs to know where to put their money. If they decide to go this way, they buy this, they may not be able to buy something else. So what's the alternative foregone? What are they giving up? Very important concept to understand. Okay, that's what we've also done as well. Another thing we've done is the 3 sectors: primary, secondary, and tertiary. Okay, we've done that. The key point again: how do you apply that in a business? How do you apply that in a business? Question is, IKEA are in the tertiary sector. Why would they wish to purchase a lumber company that's in the primary sector? Hopefully, one of your answers is that they want to be able to control the supply. Sometimes there's a shortage of lumber. Let's say there's a shortage in lumber. Suddenly, they're going to struggle to get lumber. And as a result, they might have to, the cost of production will go up for IKEA. In case you haven't done that, we'll do that another time. And as a result, they may have to put their prices up, which might affect them attracting customers. But if they manage to if they own a lumber company, they can perhaps control the lumber prices. So that's one of the reasons. Okay, that's really, really important for you to understand. How many factors of production do we have? We have 4 factors of production. The main important thing is that the entrepreneur manages to Combine everything skillfully, the land, labor, capital. You need an entrepreneur, you need a skilled person to be able to combine everything, so to be able to produce goods and services in the most efficient way. Okay? Next thing we've done is the dynamic nature of business. What do you understand by the dynamic nature of a business? The key word is dynamic. How a business constantly changes all the time. Constantly changes all the time, and you have to keep up as a business. You have to be able to keep up as a business. I remember distinctly during the lockdown when the card factory kind of like struggled, did not really keep up during the lockdown phase. And a company like Moonpig, which is another online card company, managed to get their presence in the market and has got a large amount of market share. They've taken market share away from the card factory because they were they knew the economy had changed. So they were moving more towards technology, and Moonpig really prospered from doing that, where card factory kind of like didn't really do that. Okay. So that's the example during lockdown, just explained, and that's led to the emergence of Moonpig, which is now quite a big player in the card factory, which didn't happen before the lockdown. So some of the things that companies have to be aware of in terms of change is technology. Okay, and I'll give you an example. Not just I'll show you this video. Other things like legislation. What impact has legislation had on the change? Minimum wage. How does a company then start paying people more? What do they have to do to change? Maybe people haven't been able to work part-time. Again, how can a company change to that? In order to attract employees, they have to change. Another thing is environmental considerations. People are more aware of environmental, they want a company to be environmentally aware. How does a business manage to still maintain profit, but still show the customers that they are environmentally friendly? Okay, so this is a great video I'm going to show you now, where this autonomous driving is absolutely amazing. Obviously, this is an extreme example of technology. However, technology has evolved and developed. So I'm just going to play this for you. Just going to start it on. Let's see where I should start it on. Start it on about 150. Yeah. Just start it here for you. I'm going to play here.
Okay, now I'm all buckled up, and I'm going to click the button to go.
请先关闭车门，再开始行程。
Okay, it's letting me close the door. I'm going to click this button, and the door will close.
车辆即将开始行驶，请坐好并系紧安全带。
Now we have switched the gear from P to D, and the handbrake is off. Now we're driving completely driverlessly. I feel like the car's driving really stably, and
okay, you get the gist. That is how technology has developed. Yes, not every business has to do that. However, you have to be aware of technological changes and adapt. If you want to remain competitive, you've got to do that. Look at Amazon. Now, Amazon they've developed some shops where you go in there, you serve yourself. There's no staff at all. You have to go in there and you have to pay with your card and purchase and take the product off the shelf and everything else. So basically, what we're trying to say, dynamic changes of a business. There's so many things that are changing. You've got legislation, you've got environmental changes, you've got the economic changes as well. The economy changes. How does a business adapt? Everything's changing, not just technology, but everything is moving really quickly. And successful businesses have to be able to adapt. So hopefully this has been useful for you. Please like, share, and subscribe, and you're going to get a lot more of these videos. And I shall see you soon. Bye-bye.